Hi everyone, my name is Anthony and I'm the new Executive Director of the Little Orchestra Society. We would like to thank you for joining us for a lovely discovery guide created by our Education Manager, Ms. Brittany, and we're going to hear a little bit more from her in just a moment. This discovery guide is designed to expand and extend your concert-going experience by engaging your children and family with activities about music, with history about our famous composer, and with resources that show how the music we love connects with stories, our environment, and even our favorite instruments. We know that it has been a long time since we've been able to see each other in the concert hall, and we're very excited to be back. Not only to see how you've grown, but so that we can remember how wonderful it is to enjoy live music together and with your family. As always, we love hearing from you. If you have any artwork or pictures or an instrument that you'd like to show us, please send us an email at tickets@littleorchestra.org. Also, I'm sure Professor Troublemaker would love to see what you're up to and share some of your work on our social media. In the meantime, we look forward to seeing you in the concert hall very soon, and thank you. Bye-bye.
Hello! Welcome, musical friends! Thank you for being with us today to learn about our special composer for this concert, Mr. Antonio Vivaldi. My name is Miss Brittany, and I'm the Education Manager here at the Little Orchestra Society, and together we're going to explore the life of our special composer. Antonio Vivaldi was born way back in 1678. Do you know how many years ago 1678 was? 344 years! Whoa! He grew up in Venice, Italy. Let's pull up a map and see just how far away that is. Let's start in New York, go over the Atlantic Ocean, over to Venice, Italy. Not only was Vivaldi a famous composer, but he also loved playing the violin, teaching, and was even a priest. Growing up, Vivaldi's father was a barber, which means he cut hair. Eventually, his father gave this up to become a violinist, and after a little while, he and his son decided to go on tour together, which meant they traveled all over playing their music. How cool would it be for you to start a band with your family? What instrument would you play? Where would you want to travel to share your music with others? At the age of 15, Vivaldi began studying to become a priest. He was nicknamed the Red Priest because of his bright red hair. You will notice that sometimes his hair is covered up with a wig. After becoming a priest, Vivaldi found out that he had asthma, and this made it a little hard for him to speak loudly to a big church for long periods of time. But because of this, Vivaldi decided to focus more on playing violin, composing, and teaching others. A big part of Vivaldi's life was spent working at an orphanage. This orphanage helped shelter and educate young people, and at this school, Vivaldi focused on teaching young women specifically. He spent many years here as the master of violin, as well as writing some of his best choral and orchestral works for his students to perform. And one of these works that we will be exploring later is called The Four Seasons. This is a collection of 4 concertos. Let's take a second together to think about what a concerto is. Well, a concerto is a piece of music that has one or more solo instrumentalists who have the opportunity to shine in front of an orchestra. Today, we celebrate Vivaldi as one of the great Baroque composers. Can you think of any other superstar Baroque composers? Yes, Bach. Bach was a huge fan of Vivaldi and was inspired by his music. I love how Vivaldi led a life that was in service to others. He found a way to put all of his different creative talents to good use. Even when he could no longer be a priest, he was able to find another path that allowed him to write beautiful music that is still played today. Stick around for some fun activities featuring Vivaldi's music.
Hi, my name is Belinda Whitney and I play the violin. The violin, like all the rest of the members of the string family, has a hollow wooden body and 4 metal strings stretched across the top. Now the way I get the violin to produce tones is by getting those strings to vibrate. I can do that by pulling or plucking them with my finger. So I get 4 different notes. Or I can use my bow. My bow is also made of wood, this brown part, but on the other side is this white stuff. Now I have an extra bow and I've taken it apart so you can see what that looks like, that white stuff. Looks like hair, right? It's hair from a horse's tail. And it's not the tail, it's just his hair. It doesn't hurt him, it's just like he got a haircut. And we took the clippings and stretched it across that wooden bow. Then I pull the horsehair across some sticky rosin, and now the horsehair is sticky. So I pull that sticky horsehair across the string and I get this. And that's how I get notes to come out of the violin. Now so far I've only got 4 notes because I've only got 4 strings. So the way I change notes is by shortening and lengthening the string. And I do that by putting down my fingers like this. And the reason I'm wiggling a little bit is to give it some vibrato. Instead of this, I get like that. Now, I wonder how high I can go. I can really shorten my highest string like this. Like that. And I can do all sorts of things with the bow as well. I can bounce the bow. I can play long notes. I can play tremolo, which is really fast. Sounds kind of weird and spooky. And I can do all sorts of things. So I'm going to play a little tune for you from the opera Hansel and Gretel by Humperdinck. And that's how I play the violin. Happy music making.
Hello! Thank you for sticking around for our first activity inspired by one of Vivaldi's most famous pieces, The 4 Seasons. Vivaldi's 4 Seasons is a collection of 4 concertos. How many seasons can you name? Well, we have spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And here in New York, we are currently in, yes, winter. Brr. Not only are they based on seasons, but they have sonnets that help tell the story. How cool is that? We have words and sounds to help our imaginations. Does anyone know what a sonnet is? If you guessed a poem, you were right. And today we are going to write our own poems about our favorite seasons and all the things you love about it. But before we get started, let's read one of the sonnets that Vivaldi was inspired by. This one is all about winter. Shivering, frozen mid the frosty snow in biting, stinging winds, running to and fro to stamp one's icy feet. Can you stamp in rhythm? teeth chattering in the bitter chill. Let's hear you chatter your teeth. To rest contentedly beside the hearth, while those outside are drenched by pouring rain. We tread the icy path slowly and cautiously for fear of tripping and falling, then turn abruptly, slip, crash on the ground, and rising, hasten on across the ice lest it cracks up. We feel the chill north winds course through the home despite the locked and bolted doors. This is winter, which nonetheless brings its own delights. Oh, I just love that poem. I really connected with the word stinging winds because I feel that sometimes when I walk around outside New York in winter. I felt that the music really brought the text to life. Do you agree? What are some things you think about during winter in the city? And what does winter sound like to you? All right, it's time for our very first activity. Today we are going to make poems, our very own poems. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Desktop. Okay. So, you can do this a couple of different ways. You can either grab a notebook and a pen, and you can write this down as we're going along, or below this video, you can find a Google Doc link, and you can go there and you can print this off, and you can write it in, or you could just type it in on the computer as we go along. So, in addition to our first poem page, we have, on the second page, we have a word bank. Just in case you get a little bit stuck and you need help thinking of some words. Because sometimes I get stuck and I need help too. We have, in the first 4 columns, we have our 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. So you get to pick which one of those is your favorite. Okay, I think I might skip the title just for now and see if I get inspired a little bit later for the title. Let's go ahead and write who this poem is by. Go ahead and write your name. I'm going to write Miss Brittany. And then let's get started. Okay. The most blank season is blank. I think the best season is autumn or fall. I just love how the weather is just right. It's not too warm and it's not too cold. And it's so colorful with all the red, brown, and yellow leaves. So I think I'm going to write about autumn. What season is your favorite season? It could be the same as mine, or it could be different. I think all the seasons are great. Let's see. The most blank. How would you describe this season? What's a great word? Let's see what I could pick from our word bank, because I need a little help. Let's see, the most lovely. I'm going to say lovely. I like that word. The most lovely season is autumn. What is it and what is it not? Ooh, it is colorful and it is not gloomy. I wouldn't say autumn is very gloomy. What would you say about your season? What is it and what is it not? Take a few seconds to think about that. I hear. What do I hear during autumn? Definitely crunching leaves. I love the sound of crunching leaves under my feet. And what else do I hear during autumn? Oh, gusting winds. Yeah. Let's see. If I was in spring, what could I hear? I might hear chirping birds. I might hear rain, because I think it rains a lot in spring, right? In summer, I might hear, children playing outside. I might hear a bunch of laughter. If it was winter, I might hear, what might I hear in winter? I might hear, that crunching sound of snow under your feet, or the sound of trees, just the branches cracking in the wind. What do you hear in your favorite season? I see, what do I see in autumn? Well, my favorite thing to do in autumn is go to the park. So I see picnic blankets and cozy sweaters. Everyone's in warm sweaters in autumn. What do you see in your favorite season? It makes me feel, well, it's my favorite season, so it makes me feel pretty joyful. Because, and then we're gonna basically copy your first line as is. So, the most lovely season is autumn. I just love this poem. I want to read it from start to finish. The most lovely season is autumn. It is colorful and it is not gloomy. I hear crunching leaves and gusting winds. I see picnic blankets and cozy sweaters. It makes me feel joyful because the most lovely season is autumn. That is wonderful. All right, let's see. What should my title be? Oh, I know. Bountiful trees. I think trees are quite bountiful because they give us so many wonderful leaves that we get to crunch under our feet. So take a second to think about the title of your poem. And when you're done, I think it's a great idea to find someone nearest you and read them your work. Thank you so much for making a poem with me. All right, we're going to come back in a little bit and we're going to take this poem and do something really cool with it. So see you soon. All right, just like how Vivaldi took the words and added music to bring the sonnet to life, we're gonna find sounds around our house to bring music to our poems. Okay, I'm gonna pull up my poem that I wrote earlier. All right, so I want you, with your parents' permission, go find some objects around your house that might sound like the words you wrote when you said, I hear blank and blank. Find a couple of different things so that you can experiment and explore. And go. All right, do you have all your things? Okay, so experiment for a little bit. I'm going to experiment with mine. So my words were, I hear crunching leaves and gusting winds. So I knew pretty quickly that for my winds, I wanted to use jars. So normally in music, small instruments make a higher sound and lower instruments, or bigger instruments make a lower sound. So let's test that theory. Let's see. Here's the low one. Yes, the bigger one definitely makes a lower sound than the smaller one. Which one did you like better for gusting winds? This one or this one? You know, I think I like the smaller one. I think I'm going to use this one for my gusting winds. I really like that sound. You can do it fast or slow. Yes, I think that's going to be perfect. And then for my crunching leaves, I had a couple of different things I wanted to experiment with. I had a little container of rice. Let's see what that sounds like. Footsteps. It sounds nice. I would like this if I was using rain. I think it sounds a lot like rain. So I might save that one for a different time. And then I got some goldfish. I thought that the top of this might make a quite interesting sound. Definitely sounds like footsteps and crunching. All right, I think that might be an option. And then I borrowed my cat's toy because I thought it had quite a cool sound. Let's see. Yeah, that makes a great crunching sound. All right, let's go back to this one. You know, like we were talking earlier, I think this one kind of sounds like feet walking on top of snow a little bit more than leaves. Do you think so too? Yeah, I think I might use my cat's toy for the crunching leaves. I really like that one. And my small jar for the gusting winds. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna read through your poem, and when you get to I hear, you're gonna play your instruments. Let's see, so when I say, for example, I hear crunching leaves. And then, for gusting winds, I can't speak and blow air across at the same time, so, I think I might play it after I say gusting winds. Okay, so let's read through, and then when we get there, let's play our sounds. The most lovely season is autumn. It is colorful, and it is not gloomy. I hear crunching leaves and gusting winds. I see picnic blankets and cozy sweaters. It makes me feel joyful because the most lovely season is autumn. Yay! Thank you so much for listening to my poem and my sounds that I chose. I would love it if you could find someone near you and share your poem and your sounds. Can you ask them questions like, what did you think about the sounds I chose? Did the words and the sounds go together? What would they have chosen instead? Could you try those out too and experiment? You know, I was thinking, if this was to be played by an orchestra like Vivaldi's Four Seasons, what instruments would I pick to play my sounds? We have gusting winds. I was thinking, I bet a flute could really make this sound. Yeah, I would pick a flute to play when it's at the gusting wind section. And for crunching leaves, you know, definitely a percussionist. I think a percussionist would be able to find some tools in the back of the orchestra that can make this sound. Thank you so much for writing poems and experimenting with sounds from objects in our home. This was so much fun, and the sounds really brought our poems to life. Please come back later for more activities using Vivaldi's music. Welcome back to our final activity together. In this concert, you're going to get to see a guitar. So I thought, what better way to celebrate than for us to build our own guitars together? But before we get started, let's go over all the materials that you will need for this activity. You're gonna need a container. I have this to-go container with a lid, but you could use a cereal box, a shoe box, or any box you find around your home. We're gonna need tape and scissors, and yes, there will be lots of cutting, so please find an adult to supervise or to help. We're gonna need a small piece of cardboard cut into a square, and if you have a paper towel roll, that would be amazing. I couldn't find one in my house today, so I have this big piece of cardboard, and I'm just gonna roll it up to look like a paper towel roll. Then you can use either popsicle sticks or pipe cleaners. Lots of rubber bands. I have some big ones that are pretty wide, and I have some thin ones. You can use whatever you can find around your home. And then for decorating, I have googly eyes, because I love googly eyes. You're going to need some markers, different colors, your favorite colors. And then finally, I have some leftover stickers that I'm going to use. All right, I'm so excited to build a guitar with you. Let's get started. Are you ready? Grab a cup and a marker, and we're just going to trace a circle on the lid of our container. This would be a great moment to ask an adult for help or supervision because we're going to cut the circle out. Be careful though not to cut yourself. There we go. I'm going to reapply my lid and I'm just going to tap it and see what sounds I can hear. Time to build our bridge. Grab your square piece of cardboard and the scissors. We're going to fold the cardboard in half and then cut 3 slits into the cardboard, just like this. Take the ends of your cardboard and fold them the opposite way. This is going to help your bridge stand up on top of your lid. Grab your tape and tape it down. Now grab your rubber bands. These are going to act as strings. I have a big one, a medium one, and a small one. I'm going to apply my first rubber band or string and place it right through the slit of your bridge. And then go ahead and test it out. If your bridge falls, don't worry, you can stand it right back up. Here's rubber band number 2. I'm going to go ahead and test if they make different sounds. Do yours? Rubber band number 3. All right. I've already noticed that my bigger rubber band makes a lower pitch than my smallest rubber band. How would you describe the sounds your rubber bands make? Are your pitches different? All right, time to work on the neck of our guitar. This would be a great moment to ask an adult for help or supervision. We're going to cut a slit at the top of our container so that we can push the cardboard neck down into it. Just like that. There we go. Time for the pegs of our guitar. I think I like my pipe cleaners, so I'm going to use those instead of my popsicle sticks. If you had a paper towel roll, you could easily cut a slit on the side of your paper towel roll and push your popsicle stick through. I'm going to try to make my pipe cleaners the shape of a peg on a guitar. Twist, twist. All right, I think that's it. Time for decorating. I'm going to start with my googly eyes. I'm going to put them right at the top. Yeah. Time for some stickers. If you have some paint, that would be awesome too. You could paint your box. Gonna draw some lines that make my rubber bands look like they're going all the way up to my pegs. And I love polka dots, so I'm gonna put polka dots on one side. And how about some zigzags on the other side? And I think mine's done. I would love to see what yours looks like and to hear what it sounds like. Do you think you can take a picture and a video and send it to us? I'm sure Professor Troublemaker would love that. job! Nice performance!
Hi everyone! Welcome to Storytime with Jordan. Today we're going to be reading a book about rain. It's called Tap Tap Boom Boom by Elizabeth Blumel and illustrated by G. Brian Karras. Now, this book is very special because it has sound effects that we're going to need your help with. Anytime you see the words tap tap, I need you to take your hands and go tap, 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 tap. Anytime you see the words boom, boom, I need you to make your hands into fists and lightly on the table go boom, 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 boom. Now there's one special word that only appears once in the book called crackle. And anytime you hear the word crackle, I need you to use your mouth and go and the one time you hear the word slam bang, I need you to take your hands and clap them together for slam and then bring them down to the table for bang. Slam bang. Alrighty. Oh, and also keep an eye out for when you see some kids eating pizza. And when you see some kids eating pizza, make a lot of noise so I can hear you and we'll talk about it. All right, let's get started. Tap, tap, boom, boom. Tap, tap, dark clouds. Tap, tap, damp air. Tap, tap, cold drops of rain dot hair. Street carts appear. Umbrellas here. Tap, 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 tap. Boom, boom. Tap, 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 tap. Boom, boom. Crackle. Boom. Got a storm, big storm in bloom. Here soon. Sky grumbles, rain tumbles, big weather, you'd better get under umbrella. Boom, boom. That's right. Slam, bang. Hold tight to umbrella. Wind whirls, helter skelter. Boom, boom. Tap, 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 tap. Slap feet, shoes flap. Feet wetter, you'd better go down underground, where the water can't get ya, you betcha. Now harder, now faster, big rain side blaster. The subway is shelter. Boom, boom. Pause for a second. Have you ever had to run to the subway because of the rain? Downstairs we wait. Folks congregate. We squeeze. Whose feet and knees are these? Ha! Look at those wet dogs. I love dogs. What's your favorite animal? Can you show me what noise your favorite animal makes? Nice job. My favorite animal is a cat. Ribbit. Just kidding. Cats make a meow. Hey, hey, watch spray. We get more wet. Tap, 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 tap. Boom, boom. See big, big fellow with tiny umbrella? It's yellow. Tap, tap, boom, boom. One girl, all fancy, she's late for dancing. Can't wait. Fast dash after lightning flash. What's that? I hear some pizza yelling. Yes, look at all the kids eating pizza. What's your favorite food? Can you show me an imaginary way of eating your favorite food? The storm above makes friends of strangers. We laugh under cover at thunder and danger. Tall lady with poodle sees kid, no umbrella. Hands hers, no words, just a smile as her hello. Two friends descend, huddled close from weather. Wet sides, smiles wide, together is better. Storm ending soon. No tap, no boom. Outside clear light, bright afternoon. We race upstairs, shake drops off hair. Look up! We cry. Surprise in sky. Now people scatter through puddles splatter. We wave goodbye. So long! Keep dry. Till the next. Tap, 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 tap. Boom, boom. Till the next. Tap, tap. Boom, boom. The end. Thank you so much for spending time with me and reading that story. Have a nice rest of your day. Bye!